from the U.S. Embassy.
There's a lot of stress in the background with the uncertainty. It's as if sometimes it feels like getting out of here feels insurmountable.
Warren Cohn was on a business trip when strikes began, and his flight back was canceled. He thinks the U.S. should be doing more to get its citizens home.
Mr. President, please bring me home to my family. I'm your neighbor at Mar-a-Lago, and I really want to go see my wife and kids.
Israel also struck Gaza overnight, intensifying its air assault on Gaza City, with hospital sources telling us scores of people were killed as Palestinians still face the risk of starvation. And those who do seek what little food aid is available in Gaza risk even more. My husband goes to face death just to make us happy, Anwar says, with a little flour and a bag of pasta.
I asked the IDF about the increased number of airstrikes in Gaza over the last day and night that our team on the ground is reporting. A military official said Israel is getting used to fighting in multiple arenas, and the war in Gaza is still ongoing. Michelle?
Haley Young, thank you.
Tonight, the news strikes. A surveillance camera capturing an Iranian missile hitting a residential building in Israel. And this Iranian strike hitting the northern Israeli city of Haifa, while Israel striking missile launchers in Iran. Today, in an exclusive interview, Iran's foreign minister...
Yeah. It's just crazy. Iran is always striking residential buildings, and Israel's only striking military targets. However, Israel has killed 624 Iranians so far, okay, with the overwhelming majority of them being civilians, and yet Iran has only killed 24 civilians so far. It's just weird how Israel keeps striking military targets, and yet they end up successfully killing so many more civilians than Iran is capable of doing, despite the fact that Iran is exclusively targeting residential buildings with civilians in them. I don't know how this keeps happening. I guess Iran has strapped its civilian population of children and women and babies to their missile launchers. I guess, Iran is using human shield. Israel not using human shields. When Israeli anti-aircraft defenses are smack dab in the middle, positioned smack dab in the middle of residential neighborhoods, that's not a human shield. Okay? It's when Iranian civilians get in the way of Israeli bombs, that's a human shield. Yeah. Turns out Iran is also Hamas.
Minister calling on President Trump to demand Israel stop its attacks.
What it needs is only a telephone call from Washington to Tel Aviv to stop everything.
Tonight, President Trump responding, saying Israel is winning.
I think it's very hard to make that request right now. If somebody's winning, it's a little bit harder to do than if somebody's losing. But we're ready, willing, and able.
Chepo's misleading article photo about the target of Iranian strike in Haifa. Mosque hit by shrapnel is down the street. The building destroyed is the Israeli post build. The underground entrance to the Haifa government HQ. Video from near the underground entrance showing smoke from underground. We have not seen a crater yet. Heavy damage to headquarters entrance and burst water main. Likely that utilities have been disrupted to the headquarters. How is Israel financially sustaining fighting on this many fronts? I mean, shouldn't they be struggling financially? What are you talking about? Chatter. They are backed by every single Western nation. Every single Western wealthy nation is expeditiously sending weapons, missiles, offering political support, sending love letters, kissing Benjamin Netanyahu's feet. You know, what are we talking about? Israel is the tip of the spear for America's ambitions in the region. Almost every single country is like, come on, can we give you more money, please? Can we give you more weapons, please? Please keep using the weapons that we will ship you, that we paid for, instead of fixing our fucking infrastructure. Please use them on those dirty Arabs and Iranians, please. Those Muslims, eradicate all of them. This is awesome. Woke war crimes is awesome. 16 Israeli female fighter pilots are striking Iran. A regime that spent decades oppressing women is now being hit by them. Call it justice at 30,000 feet. I love woke war crimes. This is unironically the meme. This is literally hashtag girl boss genocide. Fantastic. Yeah, Iranians are on the ground going, at least this one is coming from a woman, you know? At least.
We've been speaking.
I wonder why they blurred her face. Interesting. It's rather odd that since grassroots initiatives were launched to directly identify every single Israeli occupying force soldier in the process of, like, I don't know, wearing women's underwear in a fucking in a house that they displaced the residents from, possibly killing them. Since those lists started circulating online, Israel has, as a matter of operational security, decided to never show the faces of their soldiers. What are they afraid of? I mean, really though, what are they afraid of? Like, what? You think that fucking justice will ever be served? Do you think these people will be tried for the war crimes? Of course not. Unless they also are not confident that Israel can maintain this going forward. Who knows? You got a beef with Hoda Kotb? Why won't you watch this clip? It's so relevant now. I've seen that clip. It's a very famous clip. I don't care to watch it right now. Yes, it basically says, she basically says, like, what are you talking about? The Western world is way more fucking violent than Iran ever could be. I know. I've seen the clip a million times.
To Iran, and we'll see what happens.
All of it as President Trump again met in the Situation Room as he decides whether to launch a U.S. airstrike on the underground Iranian Fordo nuclear facility. Only the U.S. has the bunker buster bombs capable of destroying it.
Within a matter of weeks, or certainly within a matter of months, they're going to be able to have a nuclear weapon. We can't let that happen.
He said he'll wait up to 2 weeks to give diplomacy a chance.
Just a time to see whether or not people come to their senses.
Tonight, Iran's foreign minister tells us they won't resume talking to the U.S. until Israel stops attacking them.
Can diplomacy produce a solution in 2 weeks?
Well, I think it's up to, Americans, the United States, I mean, to show their determination for going for a negotiated solution. We have come to the conclusion that negotiations by the U.S. was in fact a cover for what Israelis did. So they had perhaps this plan in their mind, and they just needed negotiations, perhaps, to cover it up.
I can't believe how anti-Semitic he's being. Wow. You mean to tell me that Israel, the most moral nation, the Jewish nation, would ever use the cover of denuclearization agreements to strike first at Iran? Wow. Wow. This kind of anti-Semitism, this is exactly, I mean, this guy just signed his own death warrant, okay? Wow. More blood libel.
We don't know how we can trust them anymore. What they did was, in fact, a betrayal to diplomacy.
While Iran vowing to respond to any U.S. strike.
Would Iran retaliate against U.S. targets and U.S. forces in the region or elsewhere?
Well, when there is a war, both sides attack each other. That's quite understandable. And self-defense is a legitimate right of every country.
President Trump again rebuking his direct